Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave, and today we'll be taking a look at DrBalanced's Evenlock. Evenlock is something that we haven't played for a while, and I'm excited to get back into it. This seems like a pretty stock standard kind of Evenlock list, maybe with a couple of changes since the deck kind of first cropped up. But if you haven't seen Evenlock before, it focuses on being a Warlock and playing Gen Greymane. If all the cards in our deck are even cost, it makes our hero power cost 1. So this means we can tap on turn 1, we can generally fit quite a few taps in. And one of the strongest things we can do with that is drop a really early Mountain Giant, turn 3, turn 4, depending on if we have the coin or not, or things we want other things we want to do with our mana, such as drop a turn 2 Doomsayer or maybe Defile pretty early. But that's a really strong play early on. This is why we see a lot of hunters playing Hunter's Mark and Candle Shot, not just for the early aggro matchups, but for cards like Mountain Giant. And there are some decks that just really struggle to deal with an 8/8 body. They don't have, kill commands and things like that. If they have damage-based removal, this thing's going to absorb quite a lot of them. And I think the games where you have 2 Mountain Giants are pretty hard to lose. Really hard to lose. Outside of that, it's supported by a lot of really early control elements. Not too many. We don't see like twisting nethers and things like that in here. It's because this deck functions more of kind of a mid-range deck rather than a control deck, even though it does have quite a lot of these high-cost minions. We're deploying Mountain Giants quite early. Lich King and Gul'dan are probably our only true late-game cards. A lot of our real power cards come in that 4-drop slot, as well as a couple of key 2-drops. So we're going to deal a lot of damage to ourselves, both with our hero power and some select minions, Vulgar Homunculus, Dread Infernal. Hopefully going to upgrade our Spellstones, which helps us control minions, helps keep us in the game as well as try and do some shenanigans with Hooked Reaver, drop it early, then heal back up, these kinds of things. So we'll play some games and we'll see how well Evenlock is doing in the current meta.
Versus Maiev!
Up against the Rogue here.
None can escape my fury.
Your soul shall be mine!
So let's actually jump over to HS Replays and we will bring up some Even Warlock decks. This one looks like exactly the deck that we are playing. Let's take a look at some mulligans. So what's our highest win rate card? It is, of course, the Mountain Giant, followed by Defile, followed by Vulgar Homunculus. Well, we have the Defile. We have the Vulgar Homunculus. The main question is, do we want to give ourselves one more shot at hitting the Mountain Giant? I think we will keep the Vulgar Homunculus, though. It goes against my... Just against Rogue, I think we want to keep this, just to stop ourselves from taking too much damage.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
And even if it's odd Rogue, the Vulgar Homunculus still takes a couple of hits to take down. Could force our opponent to overextend a little bit, which is exactly where we want to be with the Defile. That's a really good draw if our opponent just daggers on 2, and especially if they dagger on 2 and don't go face. But they could also have like Firefly here. So we'll get to see what their hand looks like. Okay, so attacking might lead us to believe that they don't have the Pig, might lead us to believe they don't have Deadly as well. So I think a lot of those things you'll keep, you would keep your weapon up. Which maybe means we should have held on to this if they don't have a lot of those cards. But if they just want to re-dagger and attack this ooze, yeah, feels pretty good. See if they have Cold Blood here. I love getting bodied. Big learn energy. I mean, that is how you learn. That's why I don't have a problem uploading losses, because we learn so much more from losses than we do from just like crushing someone. Maybe they don't have a good combo enabler. Like maybe the 3-drops that they have in their hand are all like SI7s. So they're trying to figure out if they want to go for this Doomsayer or instead just have a more resilient longer game. Yeah, bash, maybe they bash us, then dagger.
Quickly.
I think we should go for another Doomsayer here, right? Like if they were struggling to deal with the last one, surely this, like maybe we can provoke like a Vile Spine out of them. No, they don't have any coins or anything. If they just smash their dagger into us, then turns on our potential hooked Reavers. We do need to get some healing going on soon. It'd be good to draw some Shroom Brewers. Otherwise, we might just get dunked by a Ooh, okay. It'd be pretty hard to upgrade this without getting super low. I guess now we get to find out if they have Vile Spine.
They are banned.
Oh, Spiteful Smith. I saw, I think it was Zalay or Firebat was playing a Spiteful Smith Odd Rogue. Okay, so maybe they don't have Vile Spine because that was one of the better enablers they had. We should have obviously done things a little bit differently.
That was a mistake.
If we were going to, like, we could have attacked our Ardent Protector into the Smith, and then played the Homunculus, played the Spellstone. Then this Twilight Drake would have 3 more health. I did not know Leroy Jenkins was canon. Yeah. Blizzard really embraced it. He was in the original WoW card game as well. It was quite rare from memory. And quite chase. But it was Alliance only. So I think I want to kill this. Yeah. Just to be safe.
This curse has become our greatest strength.
Boss, low order. So this is good. If they attack this, then we can Twilight Drake, Sun Fury Protector. Yeah, we're dead to Deckhand Double Cold Blood. which I guess we wouldn't have been if we didn't tap.
This guy's toast.
How many cold bloods? That's a good draw. So we can attack and defile. Kill everything. Then we can follow up with a Shroom Brewer and a Sun Fury Protector.
Victory for Gilneas!
Shields up.
Yeah, that misplay with the Twilight Drake. So probably going to cost us a fair bit here. We really got to hit maybe the other Spellstone before we deploy this Dread Infernal, or obviously Gul'dan would be phenomenal. Even Lich King. There's a fledgling.
Halt!
There's a piggy. I don't think we can kill both of these without without losing the Shroom Brewer.
I wonder. Almost out of time.
I got it.
Unfortunately, this puts us dead to Deadly Poison, South Sea Deckhand. A vast number of things. Was there something we could have done with, like, not the Hellfire, something we could have done with the Dread Infernal itself that let us keep the Taunt on board and obviously kill everything? We do have Vulgar Homunculi under this, so.
A bargain forged in blood and shadow.
Are we still alive? We just have the one Vulgar Homunculus, so we're still dead to a lot of the things we already mentioned, like Deadly. Deadly puts us to 1. Diamond's not good enough. Got a tight one here, folks.
I wonder.
That's weird. Ah, Blue Fox got face. That's lethal, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. Oof. Very timely Gul'dan. We did get a little bit lucky there to hit it right on the turn we needed it, but I think we definitely gave ourselves a lot of opportunity. Nice tight one there. think our opponent also had a bit of a poor draw. You know, didn't see any Vile Spines or anything like that, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Let's be back with another. Paladin.
Your soul shall be mine.
And we're first. So I don't think we want to keep the Defile. I think we're happier to hit the sorry, we don't want to keep the Hellfire. We're happier to hit the Defile or the Doomsayer, and also just give ourselves more chance to hit the Mountain Giant. Though maybe we should keep the Spellstone. No. Better lucky than good. Were we better lucky than good last game? We played fine.
None will
But yes, in general,
survive.
better lucky than good for sure.
We have turned our
Well, we got the
thirst
Defile and the
into our
Doomsayer, so
strength.
2 cards that should be pretty good in this matchup. On the play as well means we can be a little bit more greedy, a little bit greedier with the taps.
Reporting for duty.
Great. Spellstone as well as the Homunculus, so what's the best way to deploy things? I think the Doomsayer first. Sometimes they might want to like Blessing of Might
Speak your peace.
to beat the Doomsayer. Well, okay. So I think we'll tap and Defile here.
Reporting for duty.
Turn 4 or turn 5? I think we'll do it into their turn 4, so that way they can't set up a good
The end is coming.
Fungal Mancer turn. Whereas if we do it into their turn 5 and they do have the Fungal Mancer, it threatens to like kill the Doomsayer. Then maybe that's exactly what we want. Putting me to 15.
Reporting for duty.
Don't know if... I think in those situations you might want to... Because now if I... doesn't trigger the Spellstone, of course, the Hero Power.
The end is coming. Reporting for duty.
Upgrade on the Spellstones also sets up our taunts for hopefully when we gul'dan. We are getting low, but got 7 in the pocket here.
Reporting for duty.
Speak your peace.
Get things nice and cleared up. No need to tap here. I think hopefully this Lich King can take over the game.
Reporting for duty.
The light dims, but we fight.
Okay.
So many possibilities.
Obviously ordering there. We should have been tapping first, but
The light dims.
especially with this Hellfire in here, I'm feeling pretty confident. Even this other Dread Infernal. Must have been upgrading on that.
The light protects me.
Reporting for duty.
Handle it!
Handle it.
A misstep.
A misstep.
A bargain forged in
I think this one might
shadow.
put it a bit out of reach for our opponent. We should have gone face with that. I guess I'm just concerned that a big level up might actually be enough to
Reporting for
let our
duty.
opponent get back into things. And this is like the one turn where we've kind
Reporting
of
for duty.
big investment in mana, so Divine Shield. Hmm. 6, 12, 14. 6, 12, 14, 17, 20? Right? 6, 6, 6. Yeah, cool. All these Hellfire Leafs there. So, had a really good draw that game, obviously. A lot of cards that are very, very good in the matchup. Probably got a little bit too... Maybe we were being too risky with our health, but... You know, those Doomsayers on turn 4 and 5 were absolute MVPs. So, see if we can get another W.
Versus Valera.
Okay, up against the Rogue.
Your soul shall be mine.
We'll keep this Doomsayer and send everything else back. Not much for Hunter, more Druid power. Yeah, at least the Druid stuff is a little bit different than what we've seen. But Druid's already in a good place, so it'll be unsure if any of that stuff will make a big impact. At least in the existing Druid archetypes. And again, the existing Druid archetypes might get overtaken by a more powerful archetype. Jeez, imagine that. More powerful than Druid. Another Odd Rogue. Ooh, Odd Rogue with no 1-drop. Very, very curious. Not much for Hunter though. I don't know. That the Spider Bomb seems pretty good. The like even just that card in Mech Hunter seems pretty good. We'll go for the Swamp Ooze here. Stop them curving into the pig. Especially if they didn't attack, so that, you know, if we are trying to follow the same logic of the first game that we played, you know, we can suspect that they may have cards in their hand that get a lot of value from having a dagger. Tap. Finally hit a Mountain Giant.
The end is coming!
So we'll probably play that next turn. Doomsayer into it's really good. They'd have to do something truly miraculous to Get this Doomsayer dead. Ah, Void Ripper. Nice one. So we'll tap. Got the Giant. This should hopefully bait out a Vile Spine nice and early. Mech Hunter seems inferior to face hybrid spell, at least today. Things can change. Yeah, I mean, it's important when thinking about all the new cards to like not always put them in the context of the meta right now, because you know it's not like that's viewing things too in a vacuum. The reality of things is that that the meta will not be the same as soon as the set drops. We'll see different decks, people experimenting with different things.
I wonder.
Shields up.
Job done.
It was semi-tempting to just give the taunt to the Twilight Drake to make it so the Mountain Giant's very hard to trade into, but I think if our opponent starts trading in resources, it's kind of where we want to be. Taking 8 for the pleasure, and they do have the Vile Spine as well. Brutal. Really good answer for our opponent. I think we want to go Volgaham on first. See if they can follow up with a similarly impressive turn. I'm excited to see what other players come up with. I never would have expected eggs at the start of Witchwood. Yeah, it's true. You know, who knows if like mech will be a great thing from day one, or if it'll actually take quite a while to figure things out.
Ha, this guy's toast.
I think they're dead. Oh, we're taking 8. There's Gul'dan.
I got this. I got this.
The end is coming!
So once again, dead to all other things. Dead to Deadly, the Pirate. Haha! Yeah, there's the other Deadly. So our opponent had two really good turns of answering our relatively defensive board. So props to them. The double Void Ripper tech. Definitely one out there. And I mean, Void Rip. This is the kind of deck that Void Ripper is not the greatest against, but it's still definitely good, as we kind of saw in those situations. Yeah, they didn't have to rely on Vile Spines at the end. So honestly, this kind of a deck I think is very well figured out. There's not a lot of room to move, but yeah, I think Evenlock is still one of the better decks in the format. It's relatively budget in that I think a lot of people, if you've been playing for a while, you've already crafted Lich King. If you're a Warlock player, you've definitely crafted Gul'dan. So if you've got a lot of these pieces, definitely recommend trying it. It's a good deck to play a lot of, because I do think it has a lot of intricacies, a lot of very important matchup plans, and it's good to learn those things. Very good deck to iterate and reiterate with. But yeah, if you are watching this video on YouTube, all the links are down in the description, including a link to the Hearthstone deck article there. If you like this this list, or you think you've found the sweet new even lock tech, definitely go over there, leave a thoughtful comment. If you want to get into contact with me, all links are down in the description, including a link over to Twitch. We do stream all of these, all of my recordings. You can come hang out in the chat at over on Twitch, Tommy_Wave, and leave lots of lovely comments in chat. But yeah, until next time, I do hope you all stay wavy. Bye.